everyone. Welcome to This Day. It is Thursday and it's November 3rd. We do have a few meetings to tell you about today. We have one at 9:30 this morning, which is the third landscape committee meeting that will be in the boardroom. 1:30 this afternoon is the third Garden Villa Rec Room Subcommittee that will also be in the boardroom. And then at 4 o'clock this afternoon is the United Investment Ad Hoc Committee meeting, and that will be in the Sycamore Room. And if you wanted to follow along virtually, you would go to our agenda, which is located at the LagunaWoodsVillage.com website under Governance Boards. All right, on our show today, we have Esther Wright, and she is here to tell us about a club called the Circle of Friends. And they have an event that's coming up that sounds very interesting, more of a holistic health way to take care of problems that you might be having mentally or physically. And then we talked to Ron and Tracy Murray, who are the very enthusiastic trainers and instructors of Zuma, as well as kickboxing, karate, and self-defense. So they're going to tell us all about their classes and why they are important to do because of balance and a variety of other things. All right, let's take a look at our weather. Well, what a crazy night we had. We had lots of rain and wind up to about 23 miles an hour, so it was pretty gusty. But we are looking at partly cloudy skies today, 64-48. Then tomorrow, 71-52, 70-53, 71-57, and then 65-54 with a potential of more rain, but we'll keep you posted. And if you are, sunrise this morning was at 7:12, and our sunset will be at 5:57. And as I keep reminding you, we're going to roll back our clocks November 6th at 2 a.m. All right. Oh, let me go ahead and tell you one other thing. We've got the Veterans Day celebration on November 11th. Clubhouse 2, front patio, the American Legion Post 257 will present their colors and serve light refreshments. All right. Now, when we come back, we're going to have Esther Wright. She's going to tell us all about the Circle of Friends. So stay tuned.
We are the first light after a cancer diagnosis.
The illuminated entry point to life-saving cancer therapies and novel treatments
often sought by the rest of the world.
We are a dedicated team of more than 400 physicians
and 1,000 scientists and researchers.
We are cancer-focused, but human-centric.
We are thousands of breakthrough discoveries.
We are where cancer stops
and life keeps on getting lived.
The future of cancer treatment is here.
Diane's Hallmark in Laguna Niguel is now an Elam's Hallmark, and we are excited to be part of your community. We have just remodeled, and you will be surprised by the wide variety of fashion and accessories, home decor, collectibles, Disney, Peanuts, Harry Potter, and Star Wars, along with the largest Hallmark card selection in town. Stop in today and sign up for our Crown Rewards program and get a free Just Because card. Once a member, you can get a free card once a month. Elam's Hallmark, your neighborhood gift store.
Are you struggling to hear in your noisy dining room? Do you have to pause and think about what people are saying so you can figure out the words? Do you find yourself lost in conversations? Can you hear but you don't understand the words people are saying? You need to get on the Ark. No, not Noah's Ark. This is Stewart's Ark hearing aids with artificial intelligence. You will never know how much better you can hear until you listen to the clear sound and noise right in our office. Call us today. Don't miss the boat and tell them Stewart sent you.
Time to play by your own rules. It's out with the old way of getting older and in with the new age of celebrating your age. At Alignment Health, senior health care is all we do. Our Medicare Advantage plans are leading the charge, so you can be the one in charge.
I love being in charge.
Because life should be a celebration, not a resignation. Welcome to a new era of aging. Alignment Health Plan.
Welcome back. We have Esther Wright, who is here on behalf of the Circle of Friends of Laguna Woods, but I just found out that it is an international organization. Well, welcome. Nice to meet you.
Thank you. I'm so pleased to be here to share about the Circle of Friends.
This is great information, and you've got a really interesting event that's coming up, and we'll get to that in just a bit.
Yes.
But before we get into all of this, can you tell me a little bit about yourself and how you got involved?
Okay. So I was an educator for 42 years. I was a teacher, an administrator, and then a consultant and author. And when I retired, like many people, I needed a purpose. I needed something to get up every morning for. Well, I started looking around, and I've always been a spiritual seeker. And I found out about the Circle of Friends and was just fascinated with the information that I heard about it, and the people who spoke about it were very authentic and down to earth and not pressuring or just sharing about this amazing opportunity to get a healing spiritually. So it gave me an opportunity to continue being of service. As an educator, that was my purpose, to be of service to children and teachers. And now I get a chance to be of service to people who are wanting healing. I'm a volunteer in the Circle of Friends. Nobody gets paid. It's a nonprofit. So I have been an educator for many, many years, and now I'm a resident of Laguna Woods, happily sharing this information with other people.
And you've been here, what, about 7 years?
7 years, yes.
All right, so the Circle of Friends has been here since you've been participating with it. And you said earlier that you have about 34, 35 members, but you said they just kind of come and go, and so whenever they feel like being a part of it, they certainly can.
That's right.
Okay, so where did the Circle of Friends all start? So it goes way back.
Yes, it goes back to the 40s and 50s, when after the war in World War II, Bruno Gröning, who was considered a miracle healer, he was very well known in Europe and in Germany, and he felt a need to bring people back to God. He felt that the things that were occurring in the war, the Holocaust and so on, were indicators that people had lost touch with their commitment to God. So he felt that by healing people, which he had the gift to do, that he would let people know that he didn't do the healing, that actually God did the healing. And as a result of that, people would get more connected to God. So I want to make sure people realize that the Circle of Friends is not a religious group.
I was just going to ask you that, because when you talk about God, you think that it is a religious group, but it's more about spirituality.
It's definitely spirituality. And what's important to know about the Circle of Friends is that we have in our group people who are Christian, people who are Jewish, people who are Muslim, and we even have a Buddhist. And so it's for all faiths, because it isn't religion, it is spiritual. And Bruno Gröning, is this the picture? Bruno Gröning was very well known as a miracle healer. He was a humble man who had a gift that people didn't understand, but he wasn't concerned about whether people understood how he had the opportunity to be in a person's presence and heal them. And but people were, of course, very grateful, and so they would come out by the thousands to be in his presence.
Yeah, I've noticed the pictures, a lot of them. So as that transcends through the years, how is it that maybe yourself or other people that are in your organization can do the same type of work? Is it a technique, or what is it?
Great question. So Bruno had certain teachings, which, by the way, are not radical or unusual. They're teachings. I'll give you some examples. Some of the things he shared with people was that there is no such thing as incurable. He felt it was very important for people to realize, if you've been told you have an incurable condition, don't accept that. He did encourage people to go to a doctor or take medication if they needed to, but he said, really, God is the greatest physician. He taught, be loving to people, be a good person. If you go through your life being kind, compassionate, supportive of others, you will be healthy. And that if you want to be healthy, you want to be very conscious of your behaviors and your thoughts. So these weren't like radical, eccentric kinds of thinking. They were very common things that we've heard in whatever faith we're in. And then he taught people how to call in. Now, this is one of the most important parts of the Circle of Friends. He taught people how to call in an energy that is sourced by God, and it's called the Heilstrom. That's a German word that means the healing wave or the healing stream. This energy is available to people 24/7. It takes 10 minutes to learn how to do it, and you can do it all the time. So people in the Circle of Friends frequently do it. By the way, in our group, because Bruno believed that people have free will, he asked us to honor each other's free will. So if somebody doesn't want to do this practice at home, it's fine.
Right.
If people don't want to come to our meetings, it's fine. So I really like being part of an organization where we don't charge anything. There's no money required.
Yeah.
We have materials, books and things, no prices on them. There's so many things about the Circle of Friends that are what most people are looking for.
Yeah.
But he taught us how to use this energy, this Heilstrom, and it's available 24/7. Anybody can learn how to do it, and so we teach people how to do it.
Okay. You know, it reminds me, some of the things that you're talking about reminds me of the book, The Secret. So you're projecting positivity out into the universe, good things out to the universe, and it comes back to you in the same manner. So it's very similar. However, the wave that you're talking about sounds a little bit like, is it transformational meditation?
Well, it's kind of like a lot of things like that. But you know, there are so many ways to get healing. More and more people are beginning to be interested in complementary and alternative ways to be healed. We showed a documentary film here a couple of times. There's a man on that film who was told he had 6 months to live. He outlived his doctors. He was in the film 20 years after he'd been told because he had terminal cancer.
Okay.
So we know that it's possible for people to be healed. It requires a receptivity. It requires an intention, a strong intention. And Bruno also taught that you have to do your part. So, you know, if people are eating healthy and exercising, and if they have faith, really faith, Bruno talks a lot about how important faith is. And one of the things that's happened to many of us in the Circle of Friends is that we've become more involved in our own religions. That wasn't something I had planned on when I joined the Circle of Friends, but now I'm very, very involved in my own religion and very grateful for that.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot going on in the world right now, and I think a lot of people could certainly use some positivity and obviously looking to yourself to, you know, maybe be a happier, more lively individual. So this is a perfect opportunity for people to come to your event, which is on November 10th.
Yes.
And what is going to be happening at this event?
Well, it's a wonderful event, and we're so pleased we have this opportunity because we have a medical scientific group, almost 5,000 physicians around the world that are involved with the Circle of Friends.
Wow.
And what they do is when someone has a healing, they're asked to document it, to send in reports from, you know, to show that they actually had a credible healing that was spiritually involved. And we have never had a medical lecture, and we now are going to have 2 physicians, MDs, who are in the Circle of Friends, who are going to actually describe certain healings. They're going to describe their experience of the Circle of Friends. Now, this is a very unusual thing for an MD, a physician, to be talking about spirituality. In our Circle of Friends group here in Laguna Woods, one of our members is actually a physician.
Wow.
Yeah. So, you know, that's kind of amazing. And so these 2 physicians will be speaking. It's going to be in Clubhouse 1 at 7 a.m. on November 10th.
Excellent.
And we've never had a medical introduction before, so this is very exciting to me.
I like it when Western medicine crosses over and you have an alternative, you know, because you can't just rely just on Western medicine. So I love it. Thank you so much for the information. This is really great news. And, you know, after your meeting, come back and tell us how it went.
I'll be happy to do that, yes.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for having us.
You're welcome. And if you want more information about the Circle of Friends, you can certainly call the number that's on your screen, and Esther or someone will be able to help you out. We'll be right back.
Achieve a level of comfort you've never known before. The Daydreamer will take you through smooth movements and guide you effortlessly into your favorite positions. Adjust the power pillow for ideal support for your head and neck. This and our positioning technology allows for infinite relaxation. Lay back in zero gravity while watching TV and put your body and mind at ease. Lift your spirits and find your favorite daydream. Contact your local Golden retailer today.
welcome back. Well, today I am joined by Ron and Tracy Murray, who you might know as Sensei Ron and Zumba Tracy. Well, welcome both of you. It's nice to finally meet you in person.
Thank you, Lisa. Very nice to meet you as well.
And you know, I just hear nothing but wonderful things about the classes you guys do. Everyone is so active, and you know, when you move to a community like this, you certainly want to be able to have classes like yours. And before we get to all of those classes, I want to learn a little bit about both of you. So Ron, tell me about yourself and how long you've been doing this.
All right, I've been doing it for about 30 years now. I started, my son was 4 years old, and he took the classes, and he wanted me to join. And they did such wonderful things for him. And then we did it as a family.
Okay.
So we grew up, he grew up, and then my daughter, and the three of us went on to become kickboxing champions.
Oh, so now I know you do a combination. It's kickboxing, karate, and self-defense. Was
Yes.
it always that way?
No, originally we were just karate, the
Okay.
Kempo karate.
Okay.
Then we branched off and made our own school for kickboxing. And then when we moved up here, I got involved in IKTA, which
Okay.
is Intercontinental Kickboxing and Thai Association from Italy, and we represent them here in the USA and here in Orange County.
Wow.
And that's for the kickboxing.
Are you still competing?
No. But I did compete up until I was 55 years old.
Wow, okay. And then how long have you guys lived in the village?
2 years.
Oh, 2 years, okay.
Yes.
So not very long, but that's okay because now they at least know you're here.
Yes.
And what about you? How long have you been doing this?
So I have been teaching Zumba a little over 8 years. I just celebrated my eighth year anniversary as a Zumba fitness instructor. I got certified back in 2014 when we lived in Imperial Beach, San Diego.
Okay.
And we both taught classes there for quite some time, and then we moved up to Laguna Woods in 2020.
Okay.
And I've been teaching since early of 2021, my Zumba program here at Clubhouse 2 and Clubhouse 5.
And what did you do prior to that? I mean, obviously you said you guys as a family were doing something. What did you used to do?
Prior to being a Zumba instructor, I was actually an executive assistant. I worked 9 to 5 in New York for over 25 years when we used to live in New York.
And sometimes I think that is, lots of people do stuff like that, right?
Correct.
They leave their 9 to 5 job, they're just done with it, right? And then they just want to do something fun.
Correct.
And Zumba is fun, but it is, well, when I tried it, it was hard. I'm wondering, how hard are your classes?
So my classes are Zumba Gold, and they're actually designed for 50 and over, which is very little jumping, low impact, but great workouts, super fun for an hour. You burn up 500 to 600 calories, 5,000 to 6,000 steps in 1 hour of Zumba.
Sheesh.
And it's just a fun social outlet. It doesn't even feel like you're working out. It's a
like
great,
dancing, right?
great social party, exactly.
Yeah.
It's Zumba Dance Fitness. It's Latin and American music. And the songs are super fun. We have a great group of ladies and guys that take my classes.
Yeah.
And they've actually become some of our close friends here since we've moved here.
Isn't that great?
And we've brought a lot of people together between Ron's classes and my classes as well, which is a wonderful aspect of teaching here in the village as well.
Well, exactly. And I think that's the class I need, is the one that's for over 50, because I think I was trying one where there's a lot of young folks, and man, it was moving really fast. And
Yes.
sometimes you're just so out of breath. I'm like, okay, that's enough of that,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Now, I like the fact that you combine all three things, right?
Yes.
Because there are aspects of karate that come into play, and there's aspects of kickboxing that can be used for self-defense.
Yes, and we've designed some of the program for self-defense, particularly, escapes from moves or attackers.
Okay.
So some people come for the self-defense, some people come for the kickboxing, some people come for the karate, and most people wind up blending all the programs together. They can go for belt rankings if they wish, but that's optional.
Okay.
They don't have to.
Okay.
They can wear a gi, a traditional gi if they want, again, optional.
Okay.
We're there for the fitness, for the fun, the camaraderie.
Yeah.
People are incredible. These people that take the class, they just blow my mind. They are there. They're all in. They are powerful, strong,
Yeah.
and they started from nothing. They just began here at this age,
Yeah.
and the steps they make is just incredible.
What are some of the things people should keep in mind if they're going to sign up for your class?
Well, first of all, just make sure you check with your doctor that you can do some impactful things.
Sure.
Because, I hold mitts, we wrap people's hands, we put boxing gloves on, so a portion is punching,
Yeah.
and learning those moves. You don't want to do it if your doctor says your hands couldn't tolerate it.
Right. Right.
But if you're reasonably fit, you can go easy. You don't have to go hard.
Okay.
It really is for everybody.
Okay. What about balance and things like that? Is that important?
It's huge. Most of the things that we do is really geared towards balance. My sensei told me balance is 95%. And he said, I might be lying. It might be 98%. So, it's the key thing. All the moves we make is centered around your balance.
Okay.
And we work at that in every class.
Okay, excellent. And then for Zumba, of course, you do dance moves.
Correct.
And you do movement.
Correct.
So if you are having difficulty with any of your balance, is it ideal for them not to sign up?
Actually, no, it would be perfect. You also learn a lot of stability, as well as balance. It's great for the muscles, toning, sculpting body. If anybody has disabilities that put them in a wheelchair, such as they could easily do Zumba Gold in a wheelchair. You could also do it in a chair. You could do chair fitness within a Zumba Gold class as well.
Okay, so you have modifiers no matter what
Absolutely.
it is that you do, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay, great. Well, let's take a look at when the classes are. So you've got varying Zumba classes. You said they have just Zumba Gold, which is what?
Right, so it's Zumba Gold throughout the week. It's Monday morning at 10 a.m. at Clubhouse 2.
Okay.
Wednesday morning, 9 a.m. Clubhouse 5 in the big ballroom. And Friday, it's back at Clubhouse 2 at 9 a.m. And we use small weights, 1 to 3 pounds. These are my Zumba weights. And my toning
Caracas.
Exactly.
Yes.
So 1 to 3 pound weights. Everybody brings their own weights from home,
Okay.
and we incorporate the free weights in some of the songs, and it makes it a whole lot of fun. It's a great
Nice.
workout. It
Okay.
adds to the toning and sculpting, and you burn up a lot of calories, so it's a lot of fun. I also teach Aqua Zumba, and that program ran for about 4 months from June to September, and that was at Clubhouse 1, and it was a whole lot of fun. I had a great group of people. It's aqua dance, it's Zumba dance songs in the water.
Okay.
And it is just a whole lot of fun, and I'll be resuming that in early springtime this coming year.
Perfect, perfect. Well, we'll have you back before that, and we'll talk more about that one, and maybe maybe you could bring along like one of your students.
Perfect.
And you too, bring one of your
Oh,
students
yeah,
so they can
absolutely.
talk about how much fun it is.
Yes.
Perfect.
Well, thank you both so much. I really appreciate the information, and congratulations. What a great thing.
Thank you.
So much.
You're welcome. If you want more information about either class, either Zumba or the karate, kickboxing, self-defense, you can get in touch with recreation at vmsinc.org. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Balbina's Mexican Restaurant. Stop by and experience the most authentic Mexican food in the region. We are serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We have a very extensive Mexican wine list from Valle de Guadalupe and the center of Mexico. Visit us for breakfast and lunch from 8 in the morning to 2 p.m. and for dinner from 5 to 9 p.m. Stop by on Wednesdays and enjoy with half off on all of our wines.
Captain America.
Watch HGTV.
Netflix.
let's preview the movies we have coming up for you tomorrow and Saturday. So Friday's movie is called The Prestige, and it stars Christian Bale, and that can be seen at 2 p.m. with subtitles and 6 p.m. without on Friday. And then on Saturday, we have The Last Band on Stage. Now, this is actually a documentary about the band Chicago, who had been touring every year and were together making music for like 55 years. So it's pretty remarkable. You can see that at 2 p.m. with subtitles and 6 p.m. without subtitles. So wanted to just make sure that you saw that. All right, so Arts Bonanza is this weekend. It's arts and crafts, and it's all of the great things that our local artisans right here in the village make, and you'll be able to buy some of their wares. So you can check that out this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Saturday is 9 a.m. to 4, and Sunday is 10 to 3 in Clubhouse 4, and that's free. So you can mosey on over there this weekend. All right, I wanted to let you know that Thanksgiving buffet is sold out, and we apologize for that. You can get on the waiting list, but if you would like to still participate in a Thanksgiving meal, then you can do it at 19th Restaurant. You can give them a call, and they will be able to host that for you. They have a special menu, and that will be from 11 to 7, and you are able to call them directly, and you can get a reservation through that. So all good stuff. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our weather before we head out. We are looking at nice skies. Look at the mountains out there. I even think I saw a little snow because it was kind of chilly up there in Big Bear. 64-48 today, 71-52, 70-53, and 71-57, and 65-54. And if you would like to rewatch our program, you can always see it right here at 12:30 and 5 every day, Monday through Saturday. Or you can visit our YouTube channel, which is Village Television, where we have all of our recorded programs there. Have a great day. We'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Peggy Edwards, who heads the publishing club, writes, Sunshine Ludi is one of the kindest people I have ever met. She not only works tirelessly to fund charitable causes, and particularly Alzheimer's, she also Zoomed our meetings and is now helping publish our village stories. It's possible that without her, we would have neither. She asks nothing in return other than a smile.
I would like my patient to have a very positive experience, one that they feel comfortable, they feel it's a safe environment. For me, I feel a personal relationship is the most important, more than the actual dentistry itself. I can earn their trust and they can feel comfortable, and it allows me to do my job the best. And that means a lot to me.